Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we have the Lugdunum. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But anyway, guys, if you guys didn't know, this is the event ship, I guess you would call it. The Road to New Year ship, I guess. But anyway, guys, basically it's a Leon. There is some differences. We'll talk about them, but it's pretty much a Leon with secondaries. All right. Now at tier 6, you guys know I generally do not build into secondaries. They're not normally enough of them to be effective outside of maybe Heinrich, right? This one we are building into secondaries. Von Hipper and Haruna, because Janko Varach is a secondary commander, and it's the only battleship commander they have, so you might as well lean into it, right? And it has worked fantastic for me. I can't wait to show you guys this ship. But we're using a Reckless Gunman, Porcupine on second thought, which is actually handy on this ship because there are times where you're going to want to switch shells along with Master Mechanic and Fight Fire with Fire. For upgrades, we're taking a secondary battery mod and then Conceal and Prop mod as always, right? You on this build, you have 5 heals. They're not amazing, but having 5 heals that reload pretty quickly, by the way, 40 seconds is not bad. Definitely helps you out. All right. Enhanced, you got 4 enhanced secondary targeting. Again, I normally wouldn't build into secondaries, but you have this ship based around secondaries. The consumables are based around secondaries. The commander's based around secondaries. And this thing actually excels at it, okay? I was pleasantly surprised with this ship. I knew I was going to like it, but I really do like it a lot. 53,000 hit points, and you do have Leon's 13.3 and a half inch guns, right? Now, there are some differences, but they're not that significant. What are the differences? Lugdunum reloads 5 seconds quicker, so a lot quicker. But Leon hits a little bit harder, right? So this would be 9,500 on Leon, and I believe this would be 4,700 on Leon. So just remember that. So it's gonna be the same DPM, and just like the accuracy, this has actually got better grouping but worse dispersion. So it ends up being pretty similar, guys. That being said, secondaries, as you can see, you actually have 24 130s, guys. 24, which is pretty solid for tier 6. I mean, when you factor in the new legendary ship has 25-inch guns, this thing has 24 5.1-inch guns. And I'm not saying they're amazing, but for their tier, they are pretty solid. And because of their muzzle velocity 840, I feel like they're pretty accurate for the most part. Like they get there pretty quick, and I think that helps them. And the fire chance is very solid at 9%. Like this is quietly, I think a lot of people are going to build into the main guns, and I think that would be a poor choice on this ship. But we're out to 10-3 with our commanders. AA defense, do not think this is good AA. I can assure you, I have been mauled by carriers. All right, absolutely mauled by carriers. Um, that's the only thing that is killing me in this ship, really. And I have been bottom tier all but 2 or 3 matches. All right. But all your AA is in really close, right? You just have this 38 here. Everything else is within 3.5 kilometers. I will tell you right now, tier 7 Chekhovs and Enterprises will ruin your day. It's okay, it happens. I was unlucky, it happens. I've been on the other side of it. Uh, Turning circles is pretty solid, and for these, especially considering the speed is 27 knots, detection at 12.6, pretty good. So a lot of times with that detection, if a battleship's coming in on you, By the time he gets stopped, he's already in your secondary range, and that is actually an important piece. My stats. Are you guys surprised? All right, and I'm not. This thing would be much higher if it wasn't for carriers. All right, I've only died twice that weren't to carriers, guys. And you can see this thing does not like to shoot down that many planes. And the main gun accuracy, that's a little distorted because I've been shooting a lot of destroyers with this thing. The one thing I will say too, talking about shooting at destroyers, the turret traverse like Leon, not good. 51 seconds. That's really the biggest downside to this thing. But this thing has held its own, even at tier 7. Outside of carriers, and even factoring carriers, I'm surviving at well over 50% rate. Um, and obviously, if I didn't die right away to carriers and then my damage would be better. And I'm not surprised because if you see Leon, even when I was a bad player in Leon, Leon was so good to me. Like I just it's the same thing, guys. It just they're very good. This one is just a better version. It's premium and it's got secondaries and it's a whole lot of fun. For your armor, it's pretty armored pretty well, right? Like you have your bow and stern is let's get on the bow here. 26, right? So that's actually pretty solid for a tier 6, right? So you're only overmatched by 16-inch guns on that. So really solid. You don't need to worry about that, but you have the extended belt, as you can see, and you can angle on this ship. Is it going to take some pens? Yes, it is. But if you're smart with this ship, it will survive even at tier 7. I've been doing it all day, right, and having solid games. The other thing is, I think I mentioned it, but the accuracy on this thing, it's better than what it's getting credit for. I've had a lot of matches at the end of matches shooting destroyers, trying to get them. I would say it's closer to that 38%, which for tier 6, not awful. But again, Leon and this ship are accuracy by volume. You're going to hit some shells, right? And but outside of that, pretty awesome ship. I like this thing a lot. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am a above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we are on Scandinavia, which is a fitting map for this ship. But as you guys saw, I checked our cruiser player, and because I recognize his name, and I seen what commander he's running, and he's using the same commander that I use for the stealth Mino build. And I realize, hey, I got a good player with me. This could be a lot of fun, even though I'm bottom tier. And I've had a blast being bottom tier in this ship. It's one of the only tier 6 ships that I felt has held its own when you go to tier 7. That is like a giant leap in a lot of cases. So I already have it in my mind of what I'm going to do. I'm hoping the DD comes over from center. Our carrier is spotting. I will say, though, I was sort of pessimistic in this match because there is another division with a D7 and a Chekhov. Like, I've seen that so much today. D7, Gdansk, and Chekhov in stinking divisions, and I'm doing good against them, but it's been tough. Okay, but the carriers maul me, man. This ship at tier 5 it'll be okay, but at tier 6 or tier 7 carriers, oh, it's rough. So we're gonna be careful. We're coming around. We've let Belfast know, hey, we're on the same page as you. I see the smoke, so I know it's Zara in the cap, right? And we're gonna move in, and then I get spotted. Zara's in the cap, so there's a destroyer here, obviously. Now, I don't know. I didn't know he was spotted to my left until now. We'll put our secondaries on the split. This split is not going to have a fun day. All right. Meanwhile, my guns are too slow to get over there, right? And we're trying to angle them battleships in the middle. We're going to wait for Czar to take his turn. He's going to take his turn. He should have backed out when he knew we were coming. We get 1 Citadel, 3 defends. Obviously, not the world's luckiest shot there, but we'll take it. Our secondaries finish off split. And now the games begin. All right. Again, I cannot stress to tell you guys how many times this has actually happened. Zara didn't learn his lesson last time going broadside, so we'll get him another Citadel as he comes back in. Now, I know there's a Veneto back here trying to break all my stinking secondaries. Will you stop it, Veneto? There's no time for that, all right? I want to have some fun with my secondaries. But anyway, we're going to back up. I see him start to turn in, so we leave it on AP. I was going to HE him and then try to burn him down. But this Veneto is going to be kind of outmatched here with me in this Belfast. We got rid of both his teammates. And now I'm putting that island, if you can see on the side of A, in between him and his teammates. The rest of his teammates. So I am trying to push this guy back. We want to get over into the cap here. And you can see solid chunk damage on Veneto. I'm not saying I'm murdering him, but I'm doing solid, right? And so we're going to try to put that island back between us and the ships again, and we're going to go dark. I want to get this cap. Yep, I'm in a secondary battleship. I'm going to quit shooting my guns and get a cap. Yes, it's absolutely possible. All right. Again, our heal comes back really quickly, as you guys can see. While it's not the strongest heal in the world, you can get yourself out of some crazy predicaments with it. I went down all the way to 500 health within like 2 minutes of a match being dumb. Got backed out, hid behind an island for a little bit to get some heals, pulled back out, and was raring to go for the rest of the match. So this is a ship you can recover in. So just because you get low health in the beginning doesn't mean it's the end of the world, right? So I'm guessing that Veneto's going to come out this other side, so we're just being ready, right? Also, been super lucky. Carrier hasn't really focused on me too much. He's actually going to come in, and we're going to go ahead, and then Veneto gets spotted, and you can see that stinking Chekhov. You see just smash me again. Like, if I had $1 for every time I got hit by a Chekhov or Enterprise today, man, Enterprise does not feel good either. Veneto is not having a good day now, as we are now letting our secondaries go to town on him. But, man, all I want to do is get to this Chekhov to revenge all my death. We're going to take a shot, even though he went dark. I kind of held where he was. We're going to hit a few shells on him, right? We must have aimed a little bit low, held his belt a bunch. Strasbourg is closing in here. We do get the solo cap. Belfast realizes really quickly I'm knowing what I'm doing, and he's pushing in with me. This Belfast player, while he doesn't have a huge score, he was a huge part of this game. Now D7 pops up, and the carrier's back, right? So all my nightmares are coming true. D7 for some reason is my kryptonite. I never deb strike or get good hits on D7s. I overpin like crazy. Well, we have a Leon. All right, that D7, is part of the division, and to be honest, I'm not sure what he ate his Wheaties. Just thinking I'm a tier 6 battleship. That's not it's gonna be super easy. He does hit me pretty good with his airdrop, but he did miss with one. So we are gonna go ahead. We know Strasbourg's over there. He's low health. I'm just checking. I'm not too worried about the DPM of D7 as far as airdrops. And we're just gonna wait till D7 gets bored, right? And there he goes. He goes to go broadside. You guys want to see a magic trick? Ta-da! That is a Devstruck D7, and I couldn't feel any better about it, guys. Man, if you guys know how much I struggle, I overpin on D7s in every ship. Not this one. Now, to be fair, this is giving, I'm going to be honest. I love Leon and I love Sharnhorst. But this ship is giving them to a run for its money for my favorite Tier 6 battleship. Not to mention that this is a free premium ship. You can get this completely free. So I almost have to give this thing a stinking edge now. I'm having so much fun in it. It's like Leon, where I'm probably going to ground myself off of using it because it fits my playstyle really well. You know, sometimes if I get too good in a ship or a ship is too powerful, I don't play it. This is going to be one of them scenarios. Oh, looky, a Chekhov is spotted, right? We're trying to force our way up to the battleship. And to be fair, you're going to get some sabos like this at range where we're going to just shatter and not do a whole lot of damage and bounce. That's going to happen. We still hit 5 shells. They just, you know, Chekhovs are sometimes really annoying. We're going to take a reline up, aim for the upper side plating a little bit, and we're going to chunk him pretty healthily there with 3 citadels. Now, it's 3 citadels from this thing, which is like 2 or 1 from, for example, like a Georgia. Now, he stops, starts to move forward, thinking he's going to be tricky. He may have just given up, to be honest. And I know we got him, so we start celebrating. With our high caliber, we got a dev strike, we captured a base. We saved the world from cancer by figuring a cure for cancer. I just like this ship, guys. Almost a 3K base game on a secondary ship at Tier 6. Come on, guys. Pretty solid. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you folks next time.